Right, the other day we went through the box, through the drawer of engines, didn't we? And one of the ones I pulled out was a pannier. Again, this is the top of it. This is the bottom of it. It's a Lima pannier. Probably nearly as old as I am, I think. And I did notice that it was slightly sort of going along a list, had a list. Couldn't quite make out what that was, so unscrewed it. Unscrewed the bottom, which was fairly easy, just one screw came out just there. The whole lot didn't drop out all that easily because the motor, which is this big black round thing at the back here, has brushes, 2 brushes, there we go, springs, and I thought they're brass, but yeah, I think they're brass. Anyway, thin, either brass or copper, brass, little things to hold the brushes in, springs as well, and the whole lot just flew out. So I've put it back together again. I've put it on a track just to see whether it wants to go or not. Okay, so we'll switch the power. Ooh, it is moving. Well, it just moved. Okay, not what I would call extremely fast. No. Try it in the other direction. Wants to go. It wants to go. It's a bit like me in the mornings. It wants to. But something's stopping it. So, we'll have a look, shall we? Right. Obviously it's got to pick up electricity, hasn't it? Picks it up through the wheels. So we'll work out where the pickups are on it, if they're okay. And if they're, obviously they're dirty, so we've got to work that one out, okay? So if you can see just here, where this screwdriver is just pointing, sheet brass here, and the same on the other side, okay? It's a piece of sheet brass, and it's got 2 kind of legs, one going down here and one going down there, and 2 on this side as well, going down here and going down here. Thank you. Now these legs are a bit sprung loaded, and they sit and push up against the back of the wheels. Okay, so you can see from this one that the front and rear wheels are actually attached with the crank. Okay, so they can't go around independent of each other, but these can. These aren't attached to the crankshaft at all. The con rod, the rod, driving rod, yeah, whatever. Right, not attached. So, obviously for going round corners, these are put on a kind of a system which allows the wheels to be able to move from side to side, to allow the thing going round corners without it being derailed. So the first thing to do is to check that when it's pushed from one side to the other, that the contact between the metal strip here and the back of the wheel is made all the time. And it is, there's no problem there. But the back of the wheel, that's this bit and that bit, are filthy. So the first thing we really need to do is to clean it. So we'll clean it with a cotton bud. One of my wife's cotton buds. Alright. And we'll just go around the back of the wheel, cleaning off the dirt on the back of the wheel where the pickup is, as you can see. Dirt there. Now these of course will rotate independent, so they're fairly easy to do, aren't they? You can turn it like that. Okay. Right. The other thing we have to do of course is to clean the wheel flange itself, because that is the bit that's in contact with the rail. So we've got the old cotton bud on there. Okay. Give it a good old clean off. Like that. Okay. And the other side. Well, that's a fair bit of dirt come off there, so I'll go on the other side, shall I? And the wheel flange here has to be cleaned. As well. Right, so, and that, look. So we got a bit of dirt on there, haven't we? Well, we've got a bit of dirt off actually. And we'll put it back onto the rail. Probably isn't sufficiently clean all over to allow it to be able to run, but we'll have a look and see if it's any better. Nope, that's not much better at all, is it? So we're going to have a go now with the rear wheels, okay, and the front wheels. Now these you can't turn because they're obviously attached to the motor through a gearing system which doesn't allow you to be able to turn the wheel independently. So we'll have a clean of that wheel. You can actually get more or less all the way around it, can't you? When the body is off the chassis, it's a lot easier. Right, we'll clean this one up as well on this side. You see, there's a little bit up there we can't get out because of the little white thing, whatever that is. We're cleaning it. We're getting there. Okay. Well, there's no pickup on the back of that. The pickups are on, as I said, the backs of the wheels of the ones we've already done, which are the middle wheels, plus the front wheels as well here. So we can't, all we can do is clean the bit at the moment that we can see on the back of the, can you see it, Harry? Any good? Not really well lit, is it? Alright, well we'll take a thingy to the wheel flanges. Okay. See if that's any better. And this side. You can get all round this one. That's a good one. So that should be a bit cleaner. Right, I'll put it back on the track. Haven't got the weight on it at the moment, so that doesn't help, obviously. of smoke there. No. But so that is about as clean as we're going to get the wheels and the pickups. It's obviously not just that, is it? Something inside is wrong. So what we'll do is we'll take it downstairs where we can see a bit better, and then we'll strip the engine down. Okay, take the motor out, have a look at the brushes. I can see them. It may be that the surface, called the commutator, I don't know. Anyway, the surface is probably filthy inside there. So anyway, alright, see you downstairs. Okay?
Yep.
Alright. Back downstairs. What we need to do is to have a look at something a little bit, obviously, a little bit more difficult than just cleaning the wheels. We're going to take the motor apart, see what's going on inside, and we've got a couple of screws here. Okay, so one here. One here. Okay, and then that should pull off. Oh, what we got? What we got? All right, that's good. That's good. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's filthy, isn't it? Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's filthy. Right, we should have a clear, fine line. These are the springs, by the way, and these are the carbon brushes. Okay. So this here is the copper. There's 3 lines on it, okay, so each one of those lines should be clear. In other words, they shouldn't be full of garbage, okay, full of junk, full of rubbish. So before we start, we'll take those out actually, take the rubbish out. Right, okay. Well, that's a start. That's a start. We'll clean it off a bit. See what happens. Okay. You can see that is absolutely filthy. Look at that. That's carbon, that is. And oil. Alright. So I don't think we need to put any emery cloth on it or anything like that. I think that seems to be clean. We'll add one more little prod about, shall we, with the prodder, just to get the bits out of the it's a 3-pole motor, just to get the rubbish out of there. Okay, and that one, because obviously we cleaned it, didn't we, and then we shoved another load of rubbish in it. Right, I shall now put it back together again, of course, remembering, I'll just clean off these brushes because they're remembering which way round the brushes go, of course. Okay, and the small end goes up the up the spring. Small end goes up the spring like that, boom, and then the big end. They're brand new, these. The big end goes up against the commutator. Alright, I'm back in a tick when I've done that. Right, okay, right, well we've got the motor cover back on. We've got the spindle, which is the inside the bearing here in the centre, made certain. Okay, we've got the springs here and the carbons underneath them, and we've made certain by just using a screwdriver that the rotor actually turns. It's not blocked by anything. It seems to be going round. Okay, what we need to do is to take it back upstairs. Alright, and take it back upstairs, then we'll have a go with it again on the track. Right, up we go. Right, so we're missing a bit of weight, obviously, inside the engine. There was a massive dead weight in there, which I haven't put back in. So, it's going a bit better than it did, isn't it? Ah,
it is, yeah.
Yeah. Just needs a bit of weight to put the wheels on the track. Right, I think that's fine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the whole thing back together again. Put the top on. Chassis bit, underframe, weight, and then try it again. Okay, so bear with me whilst I do that. I'll be back in a truss. Right, just running it in. I think it's actually got a twisted chassis. That's why all the wheels aren't hitting the ground at the same time. Like a horse with 3 legs. But I'll have a look at the chassis. See what I can do with it. But it certainly did need a clean. somebody calling us, isn't it? Somebody trying to sell us something here.
Probably.
It could be your mother. Oh, how about that? There you go. Turn the light way around this time. We'll get that phone call in a minute. If they love us, they'll leave us a message. How's that? That's not bad, is it? Going a bit fast. But...
Yeah, it's just going a bit fast.
Right. Oh, enjoy. Ooh. Yeah. We're stopping the station. Look at that, eh? Right. Oh, yeah, those other engines we got. Can you see these? We've got two here. We've got a diesel-y looking thing, which is here. Little shanty engine. And then we've got a, one of my favourites, the Great Western there. That's a nice engine, I like that. So that's on top of what we just had a look at in the last video. So we got those. I'm sure there's some more somewhere. I'll have to dig them out. We'll have to see. Anyway, alright, that's that'll do us for now. We'll probably have to do all the engines like that because they probably will be all just as filthy. But hey ho, it's a hobby. See you later. See you later. Thank you for signing up, whatever it is you do, signing up. And yeah, whatever. Bye bye.